That's 5367 SoCal approach. You want the south side? Gas 5367 SoCal approach. You want the south side? American 1925, clear to ILS 5 left.
Okay, we're going to head back to Van Nuys, 310 Foxtrot.
310 Foxtrot, roger, heading back to Van Nuys. Sunset 5 Kilo, SoCal approach altimeter 3002. Are you using the special flight rules back to Hawthorne?
Your right is VFR 6000, reduce speed to 210. Four 7974 heavy traffic, passing right off to the right is VFR 6000.
For departure, good morning, Korean Air 018, heavy passing 900, climb 3000, summon to departure.
018 Heavy, you got a departure radar contact, climb via the FID.
Climb via FID, Korean Air 018 Heavy.
In 46 Mike, I guess, altimeter 3002. What's your destination? Singapore 7974 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000. 46 Mike, I guess. Altimeter
2071 Heavy, contact LA Center on 119.05.
What's your destination?
You have a good day.
LA 119.05, LA 2071, bye.
LA Bravo, altimeter to LA is 3002. Singapore 7974 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000. November 11732, SoCal, Roger, maintain VFR outside LA Bravo, altimeter to LA is 3002. Singapore 7974 Heavy, maintain speed 180 or greater. American 1925, and altitude, descend via to 12,000. Singapore 7974 Heavy, maintain speed 180 or greater. American 1925, and altitude, descend via to 12,000. Southwest 944 SoCal, Roger. Limo 42, change over 124.9er, please.
018 Heavy, just to verify you're climbing via the stage,
Limo 42 is with you on nav 7,500, approximately 3 southeast of LAX, turning 90 degrees left.
44 SoCal,
That's correct, sir.
Limo 42, change over 124.9er.
Cherokee 0 Echo Foxtrot, contact approach 128.75.
Singapore 7974 Heavy, 1 o'clock, right 7 miles south out of the Caravan at 10.5. I'll get you lower on the other side of them. Speed your Limo 42, thanks. LA altimeter 3067, descend and maintain 3000. American 1925, City 67, thank you, descend and maintain 3000. 10.5, I'll get you lower on the other side of them.
800 Columbia 5000 via the Orca 4.
Cal 1444, got departure radar contact, climb main.
City 367, descend and maintain 3000.
Green Air 018 Heavy, contact LA Center 119.05.
City 367.
All right, friends, we are going to do some pretty cool flying into the busy LA area. I like this paint job, so we're going to fly Allegiant today. And we need to get our fuel calculations and flight fuel calculations and zero fuel weight. So let's hop over here. This thing called SimBrief. We're going to file this flight plan, which is current with this Eric. 106 passengers. (106). 10,600 pounds of cargo. Flight level 270. Allegiant 1399. Fresno to Los Angeles, Ontario as a backup. Boom. Let's see what we got. Block fuel. Round that up to 49. 10,802, so that's fine. So we're going to go 49 on fuel. And zero fuel weight is 125.9. It's 57,107. So 57,107 plus the fuel 4,900 is 62,007 is our takeoff weight of 136,700 pounds. And that's it for that part. We'll come down here to Fresno departure, altimeter 3015. And they're taking off 29 right. And that is with Victor. And LA, I'm sure, is landing west. Yes, they are. So, PilotEdge. File this. Allegiant 1399 slant Lima. Fresno LAX IFR 270. File. That's there's no weather to speak of. Upper level winds. It'll be a crosswind, so that's not going to be too bad. So come up here to Fresno. There we are. Flight plan is on file. Come back to the sim. $57,107 is zero fuel weight. So let's hop inside and we'll get this airplane powered up. Batteries. We go on 4.9 on fuel. On bat, start the aligning of IR2. Start to fuel transfer. On bat, IRS3. On bat, screen's coming alive. That gives us power to the window. We can open that up. Open up the door. Add some lights to the banner. load up this flight on my laptop, and then we'll connect it to the EFB. I misspelled it. Let's try that again. myflightroute.com ATIS PHP. There we go. Now we're in business. Passengers, we're going with 106. Reduce the cargo to 1,000 so I can do my math. So 0 fuel weight, according to SimBrief, is 57,107. Subtract what we got, 51,148, plus the 1,000 I left in cargo. Comes out to 69.59. That will give me a 0 fuel weight of 57,107. So 57.1 and 26.8. So I need this number and this number to CG. Everything else is in the envelope, pretty much dead center, so that's fine. Passengers are boarding. Let's get the APU fired up. Wait for the flap to open. Watch the bleeds come online. Cross feed to the back section. Air conditioning. Hydraulic fluids are right where they should be. Right in line here, and then that will go up obviously, but alright. Electric APU is available. So we're going to disconnect external. It's moved to APU. We can disconnect GPU. Flight plan has been filed. Fresno. We are at gate 11. So we're going to use this bottom GPS coordinate. So Eric is current, so we go in it. doing AAY Allegiant 1390. Whoops, that's not right. K fat to LAX. Insert AAY 1399 150 3646.3 1943.1 3646.3 align on reference. Get our clearance here in a moment. So ATIS at Fresno is 121.35.
Dew point 6, altimeter 3015. Arriving and departing runways 29er left, 29er right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Victor.
Information Victor, clearance 12435.
Climb and maintain 16,000, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 4423.
Coast Andrew, clear
Set the altimeter for
3015. 16,000, departure 119.6, squawk 4423.
Sky West 800, read back correct.
We'll get our clearance out of here.
The 1 Tango Hotel descend to maintain 1,500, fly. Heading of 350, join the runway 2 localizer.
350, descend and maintain 1,500, and join the localizer 1 Tango Hotel.
The altitude at Fresno is 335. So altitude matches. Afternoon, Fresno clearance, Allegiant 1399 at the terminal with Victor, IFR, Los Angeles.
Legion 13 and 99 Fresno clearance, go to the LA airport, radar vectors Clovis, then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 4052.
Cleared Los Angeles via radar vectors Clovis, as filed. Maintain 10,000, departure 119.6, squawk 4052, Allegiant 1399.
Allegiant 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so we're going to do
seatbelts on. 1,500.
We're going to go to ground control, point 7.
1,500, 1 Tango Hotel.
Tower's 18.2, I'll get that on the ready. 18.2. And we are cleared to our filed altitude of 270 for our cruise. So flight plan, I did a company route because of all these waypoints. So we're just going to get radar vectors to that. So we're going to do a departure of 29er right.
So Jacob Beck, contact
Bulldog 3.
LA Center 124.85.
Insert.
LA Center
It's just doing a runway
speaking.
heading. I mean, that's all that's for. And then we're going to do I'm going to do an ILS approach, but I'm going to set it up as an RMP, and we'll do an ILS on the second flight plan, and then we'll request the ILS. But for right now, I'm going to set up the RMP. So 25 left, Zulu. Actually, what gate? I need to find out what gate Allegiant parks at. I know where the United terminal is, but I'm not sure about the Allegiant. I think it's ifly.com. I'm looking up to see if I can find where Allegiant is. Airport terminal overview. ALL.
One thing on LA is 4 miles to Sacramento Viewer. Maintain 1,500 until established on local has a cleared ILS runway 2 approach.
Cleared ILS runway 2 approach and maintain 1,500 until I'm on the localizer 1 Tango Hotel.
And when I go off contact Seattle Center 126.6.
126.6, 171 Echo.
Alright, that didn't work, so that means iFly is not going to help me with that, so let's see here.
Sky 266.
Now we'll look together. Hey Gizmo, what's up, bud?
Airport Albuquerque 3 departure, radar vectors.
Let's find out where Allegiant.
Maintain 90,000. Departure frequency 127.4, squawk 3014.
Clear to Taos via the Albuquerque 3, departure vectors then as filed. Initial altitude 90,000, frequency 127.4,
what do you,
and squawk 3014, sky high 266.
Sky high 266, read back correct.
What do you, oops, wrong one, darn it. Alright, so let's search
So when I go off Seattle Center, roger, the PAN altimeter.
Los Angeles
3020, advise me of the weather and approach request.
arrivals, and I want AAY.
And when I go off, expect a visual approach into the airport. Descend upon
So
discretion,
Allegiant doesn't fly out of LA? I thought they did. I thought they go to Los Angeles to Vegas all the time. Allegiant, live Allegiant flight status. Wow. There's no Allegiant on the West Coast. That's crazy. So maybe they don't fly into... Maybe they don't fly into LAX anymore. Alright, well, I don't know where we're going to park. Guess we'll just set it up the way I normally do. That was exactly 5 minutes. What? What was 5 minutes? 25 left. Zulu. And we're gonna do the Ironman 2. From Dodger.
Place the ground scout Sandra Fish off the gate with information
Muppet.
Delta Ropes taxi.
So RNAV 25 left Zulu, full approach from Dodger, off of the Ironman 2 with an Ironman 2 entry of Muppet.
Whiskey 10, let's go with
And we'll look for the disco, if there is one, which doesn't appear to be one. From my greetings to yours. Sorry, I'm not when there was only like a bot, at least that looked like there was only one viewer. Sometimes that's a bot. So I have, basically I have four monitors that I constantly sweep back and forth. The main monitors that I look at is my main monitor in front. I have my radio panel and my yoke directly in front of me. I have my checklist app on my phone next to my radio panel, and then I have a laptop to my right that has all my charts, all my weather, and all that stuff. On my left spare monitor is where I have my OBS, my weather injector, and Project Fly. And the OBS was, the chat was hidden behind my my weather injector, and then I saw a little bit of the red type to the left of my weather injector window, so I knew that somebody had wrote something. So that's probably why it took me 5 minutes, because it was pretty much hidden from another window, but that's just how it is. I start to look at the chat more and more as the flight goes on, because more and more people start to come into the channel at that time. All right. So that's Clovis, Frame, Pond, Tafto, Muppet.
Oscar 320, NorCal approach 135.1.
And then the arrival.
Oscar 320, connect NorCal approach 135.1.
All right. So we got the flight plan. So now we have to go to, you do the flight plan, no discos, with the exception of, well, this one won't have a disco, but sometimes there is. So we're going to go in it. We're going to grab our winds next.
Oscar 320, NorCal approach, thanks for Romeo.
Wind request.
Runway 30 left.
Init page 2, so the right arrow for init page 2. Now we're going to add in our weights. So let's turn off the fuel. It's 4.9 on fuel, and the weights are 57.1.
Albuquerque ground, sky high 266, have kilo, request taxi from terminal.
26.8.
Sky 266, standby.
Sacramento Tower,
4.9 on the fuel.
On final for ILS,
and then
runway
840.
Executive Tower, runway 2, clear to land.
So that's climb thrust at 500 AGL, that's 1000 AGL. Blast out of here at 200 knots to not overspeed the flaps. And then MDA for that RNAV.
266 Albuquerque ground, runway 26, taxi via Alpha.
25 left.
Alpha to 26, sky high 266.
MDA for that is 445. 630.
Tower,
So I just dropped this number by 1, so in this case it would be 0, so 630 by 630. That would be 500 AGL for go around climb thrust. Because you got to remember that this throttle has several positions. You have toga, you have flex, which is what I normally take off on. At 500 AGL, I go into the climb detent. And that's what this is the when the computer will tell me to back it off from takeoff, go around to climb. So at 630 MSL is when it would tell me to back this off into the climb detent. And then I pretty much leave it there for the entire flight. So this position, and reverse are the main ones that we use on this. Alright, so now we need perf data. So we're going to set up for 2. We're here. They always send us to 29 right. Or not always, but most of the time 29 right. I'll ask for it if he says so, but we're going to take off there. We're going to get radar vectors to the Clovis VOR, maybe frame. I don't know. We'll see. So that was 29er right. So Tora is 9539, and you'll notice the LDA is 9227. So your takeoff distance, you have more takeoff distance runway than you do landing distance available. See if I can
Sky 800 contact departure.
see that.
Departure Sky West 8.
So this doesn't count, or some of this doesn't count. Some of this might be obstacle, but the landing distance is not as long.
Departure Sky West 800 out 3600.
And it might show on the other one. I'll see if I can find that.
Sky West 800, Big Sky departure, radar contact.
Alright, so we need Tora, and the heading is 292. Uh, 292, Tora, takeoff weight. Check the weather with my weather injector, which is right here. So we're showing 22, that's close enough. 3015, that's good. 280 at 4, that's close enough. As long as it's close, then I'm not gonna mess with it, because this pulls from current data. This is this updates every 10 minutes, so 10-15 minutes from now, this might reflect the wind will update. So we've got that over there on the side, so now we can do our calculations. It's not raining, so 145 across the board with a flex temperature 67. So that is our takeoff perf data. So back to the sim. And we'll punch in our perf. So what was it? 45 V1, 145 VR, 145 V2. So rejected takeoff up into V1. You're committed after that. You're rotate at 145. V2 is safe speed for one engine out, and you can continue to climb safely at that point.
157, thanks. Skynex Springs approach 124.0.
67 on the flex. So we'll double check that before we get out of here. And there's no flight restrictions to verify on the SID, so we don't worry about that.
Colorado Springs approach Skyhawk 99157, 10,500,
turn on the
descending
fuel
8,500 VFR.
November 99157 Springs approach, Colorado Springs.
Autopilot, we are cleared to 10,000.
03, Skyhawk 157.
Gonna remove the fuel truck.
Sky West 800, contact Salt Lake City Center 128.72. 128.72, Sky West 800.
Skyhawk 99157 request.
Sky West 800, Salt Lake City Center, climb and maintain flight level 240. Number 157.
I'd like to transit the Colorado Springs Charlie 8,500
on
the far west side to make straight in for Academy Field.
Turn on the yellow pump to 3,000 PSI.
Academy?
Affirmative. FS Academy 157.
Right,
Did you say it's an FS economy flight?
Affirmative.
Yeah, they don't allow general aviation up there, so if you fly up that way, you might want to consider using a military call sign next time.
Oh, who knows, maybe they have a flying club, 157.
They don't, but okay.
Understood.
It's non-towered, so we really shouldn't care. I mean, if you went in there VFR without talking to me, I really wouldn't know. But yeah, there's is notes all over on the airport information page about no civilian traffic.
I'm special. I called the commander.
Hot dog, lucky guy.
That was pretty funny. I had to listen to that. All right. Hydraulics
Another
are
157
good.
remain
So
3
let's
miles
brief the flight
to
plan.
the west of the runway 17 right center line at all times, then transition through the Charlie airspace. Altitude your discretion is approved.
So
Retain 3 miles west at all times of the
we're gonna go down to these
the 35 left
waypoints
center
into
line.
the LA
Transit
area,
approved, Skyhawk 157.
where we're gonna pick up the Ironman 2 arrival.
Alaska 328, turn left, heading 120, vectors for the visual approach, runway 30 left, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, and was the heading against Alaska 28?
Alaska 328, turn right, heading 120.
120, Alaska 28.
It's the Ironman 2. Keep those down there. So right now, the only thing I'm really going to brief is just this star, which is broke into 2 parts here. So we're picking up the star from the Muppet transition. So we're starting the star here because we're going from Tafto and then the Muppet, where we'll assume the Ironman 2 arrival. So we'll have to abide by the when they say descend via, then we'll have to decide or descend via these altitude restrictions and abide by all speed restrictions on our way down. So these are altitudes, these are in between altitudes. And the one good thing about the Airbus compared to any of the Boeings made by Flight Factor at the moment is the Airbus will automatically enter in these in between altitudes, whereas the Boeings will only give you the option of putting above or below, but it will not allow a window. So that is another bonus point for the Flight Factor Airbus, because it is the only airliner that I have currently that allows that will do that. It pulls the nav data from the current ARIC and it will reflect, and I'll show you in the McDo that it will put in these between altitudes and it will descend via these restrictions perfectly, and the Boeings don't, so you really have to keep an eye on it. So then when you get to Ironman, that's when you continue, and if you wanted to do an RMP approach, I would do the RMP from Dodger, but otherwise you would just continue out 071 and you would get vectored for final. But you can read here, landing Los Angeles, you go to Simon. So it's just it's telling you what these are basically. Cross Dodger at 6,000 right here at 210. Then on track 71 to Gatto 6,000. Then on track 71 expect radar vectors to final. So if we were going to do a visual, we could do this, but I'm not going to do a visual. So what I have programmed is a full RMP approach, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to ask for an ILS just so I can show you guys how to do a vector for ILS, because I haven't shown that in a little while. So, but let's just say we're going to do an RMP. So that would be from 25 left Zulu. So we could do the RMP from Dodger, which is the initial, or is the actually the intermediate fix for this RMP approach, which is our RNAV Zulu 25 left. You don't have to say RMP, you only have to say the identifier, which is Zulu.
Left turn 330,
and so then you would basically, this would automatically be deleted, the Gatto, because it's going to go from Dodger to Fajit, and then it will swing around, and then you have your final approach fix at Lima. And at your final approach fix at Lima, you would have your MCP set for 1900 or 1900. At that point, the glide path would be active, and it would take you down as a like an ILS would. All RMP have glide path LPV type approaches to them.
We have the airport inside left 328.
So 320, it's cleared visual approach, runway
so
30
that's usually what I do, but I'm going to do
approach
something
runway
different,
30 left,
and I'll show you what that is when we're in the air, but that's basically it. So the first thing I want to show you is how the Airbus will put in these in-between altitudes, because none of the Boeings currently made by Flight Factor do that. Now in the real world, Boeings will allow in between, blocks of altitudes, but the Boeing 767, the one that I have, that I even paid for the $20 upgrade avionics package, and even the upgraded avionics still does not allow a block of altitudes. Only the Airbus does. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's jump back into the cockpit. We'll come down here. So we'll go down to one of the, let's see here. So LAX, and for an arrival, Ironman 2. So you have all these from Muppet. So here's M-dots. Alright, here's M-dots. Between 200 and 24. 200 and 24, we're showing 218. And see how it has a magenta star next to it? If it has a magenta star, that means it is pulling restrictions from the current nav data, which is these altitude restraints. So if you right click on the waypoint, it shows the block of altitude of the restraint between flight level 200 and flight level 240, just like it shows. So it calculates the flight where it thinks it will be at that spot. Same thing with Griper 190. Actually, I'll go down to biking because that's no longer in the flight levels. So 16,000 to flight level 200 at biking. So it shows it's going to cross at 16.6. Which is within that window, but if you want to see the whole window, you right click, and there's the whole window, 16,000 to flight level 200. So that's why that this plane is the best for vertical navigation. None of the Boeings currently made by Flight Factor has that ability. So it's really, really awesome to be able to do that. And then you can always change that. You can add a speed restriction. So if someone tells you to, to cross biking, I want you at 250 knots. I could type in 250 and put it there, and it will slow the plane down at biking at 250. So it's very well done. I can add in a, let me see. All these have speeds associated with it, so I'm not going to touch those. But it's just very precise all the way down.
280 at 15. Gust 26, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Fly heading 260 and ready for takeoff, sky head 266.
Chocks are gone. Check the emergency gen. Let me check something first, because Someone had said that the turbine drops underneath the plane.
Request VFR flight following up to Meadow Lake at 15,000 feet.
Right now, there's no turbine.
357 Hotel Papa with Eagle clearance. 15,000 feet is an IFR altitude. So we need to get you an appropriate VFR altitude. And considering that I have about 10,000 airports in my airspace, I have no idea where Meadow Lake is. You'll have to give me an airport code, sir.
All right, let's try this.
Sorry about that. The airport code is Kilo, Foxtrot, Lima, Yankee. Could you do 900,000 feet? November 357 Hotel Papa.
Number 357 Hotel Papa. It sounds like you might not be familiar with an appropriate VFR altitude. You might want to have a quick look in the AIM. They are available there. It's not too hard. Altitude for direction of flight, similar to IFR, and then you add 500 feet to it. That's all.
All right. Let's lower these lights for our passengers.
357 Hotel Papa, departure frequency with
Shut
Denver
the
Center,
door, we'll lock it.
120.47, squawk 1401.
And I do want to see if that turbine dropped.
Departure frequency 120.47, squawk 1401, November 357 Hotel
No.
Papa.
Number 7 Hotel Papa, read back correct.
Nope, the turbine didn't drop, so I think to drop the turbine, you have to do it manually.
The Tower, Alaska 328.
Emergency generator, an emergency generator. So I think if you hit this
cross
button by
runway 30
mistake,
right on
that will
Juliet,
lower
Zulu to
the
right on my
rat.
frequency. Have a great day.
So this is just a test
Cross 30 right
that
on
tests
Juliet, and
the
then
rat
Zulu to
system,
ramp pitch frequency, last
which is the
50
emergency generator. It
Right,
drops a
266,
turbine, a
contact
wind
departure.
turbine underneath the plane,
Contact departure.
and will provide electricity through the however that works. I'm not an expert on that.
66 at 6,200 feet, climbing to 900,000.
But it didn't seem to drop at that.
260,
So I don't think
Alpha
the
Curtis
test
departure, radar contact.
drops it, so you just have to be careful not to hit one of these buttons. Only this one is to test.
Colorado Springs approach,
Check
157, cancel
FADIC.
flight following.
November 157, you're just about ready to leave. No, you are out of the Charlie airspace now. Thanks. Radar services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR frequency change approved. Have a
Yes,
wonderful
Captain.
day. Thanks.
We are waiting for
157.
your instruction.
See you, man.
Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I'm ready, let's go.
Centennial clearance, Skyline
Ground to
511
cockpit. Show is driving
golf, ready for my IFR
Go ahead
to
and
Springs.
shut this window.
November 5112 Golf, Centennial clearance on request. It will be full route, just as a heads up. That routing that you get every time you fly between Centennial and Colorado Springs, it's mandatory every single time.
12 Golf.
Alright, so now that the refueling is done, we need to update our fuel. So we're at 4.7. In at page 2, 4.7. So that's going to update our extra fuel on board. So that's at the end of the flight, how much time and how much fuel is estimated. So naturally when we update our current fuel status, that will lower the times. There we go, just dropped. So that's still plenty. The weather's nice, so I don't have to worry about. Technically, you want 45 minutes of extra flight time. So I'm 15 minutes short. I would certainly not do this with less than 30 minutes in case I need to go around and make a second attempt. So no less than 30. By the book, you would want 45 minutes extra fuel.
Release parking brake.
Check our fires.
Eagle Ground, November 357 Hotel Papa's at the South Apron, ready to taxi with information November.
starting pushback, and you may start engine.
For 357 Hotel Papa, Eagle Ground, runway 25, taxi to Alpha.
Taxi
Alright,
runway 25
engine
Alpha,
ignition
November
to
357
start.
Hotel Papa.
That will change the engine. I like to monitor hydraulics. We'll roll on 2. N2 is climbing. When it reaches 20 N2,
5112 Golf,
you'll see the EGT rise, and we'll start getting rotation. N1, which is the inside.
Dane, direct
hydraulics
Forest to VOR, then direct.
Coming online.
Climb and maintain 8,000, expect 900,000 within 5 minutes of departure. Denver departure frequency 126.1, squawk 5167.
Centennial clearance, Skyline 5012 Golf, cleared, Colorado Springs, radar vectors, Lipsy, Victor 389, Adane.
Generator will be coming online. There's the generator.
8,000.
Start engine 1.
900,000, 5 minutes after departure, 126.1, squawk 5167.
Number 5112 Golf, thanks, you're back correct.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, generators available. Ignition back to normal. Then we'll go to flaps 1, which will give us a 1+F takeoff config. Get rid of that. Ignition 0, flaps 1, 1+F. You'll only see the 1+F on the takeoff config with 1 notch of slats, 1 notch of flaps. Crew supply oxygen on. We'll check our wipers.
So it's disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand
facing north, facing north.
And have a safe flight.
O2 check works. And we need to grab our CG. 26.4. Up 0.4. Up 0.4, 26.4. Then you can back that up over here. Up 0.2. It's a little bit different because I didn't update my fuel. It was showing 3,000 kilograms. And we're at 47, so that's why the trim is wrong. So you got to go with whatever the fuel prediction page says, 26.4. Alright, trim is set, we're good there. We'll check our controls. So flight control switch, and right, left, speed brake. Rudder control.
Skyline 5112 Golf, ready to taxi
engine.
Delta ramp with Zulu.
Taxi lights. APU off. Window pitot heat on.
Number 5112 Golf, Centennial Ground, runway 35 right, taxi to Alpha.
On.
35 right via Alpha, 12 Golf.
E2 squawk. What are we squawking today? 4052.
Eagle Tower, November 357 Hotel Papa is holding short runway 25, ready for departure.
And we'll grab our ATIS.
8530. 357 Hotel Papa, Eagle Tower, left out departure approved.
Visibility 10.
Wind 270 at 24, gust 30, 25, clear for takeoff.
Temperature 23.
Left downwind departure approved.
Altimeter 3014. Arriving and departing runways 29er left, 29er right. Visual approaches in use.
VFR departures, contact clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold ORT instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information whiskey.
Alright, we got whiskey. Takeoff perf is, let me check, see if that's still valid. Wind 280 at 4, 22, 20. Alright, yeah, all the takeoff data is fine. So that's all good. Go back to that. Brakes coming off. Make sure all the avionics turn. Avionics are turning. We are fine, and we'll get our taxi instructions. Oh, I can't remember what it was.
Fresno Air Terminal 8 is information whiskey 185.
Fresno ground, Allegiant 1399 at the terminal with whiskey, ready to taxi.
Allegiant 1399 Fresno ground, runway 29 right, taxi via Bravo.
29 right via Bravo, Allegiant 1399.
United 5 heavy information, Delta IFR to San Diego Limbo.
Alright, so we're gonna go around this bend. Air National Guard is right here, so
40 heavy,
pass some F-16s.
Baylor 6 departure, Teru transition, then it's filed. Quad V the SID, squawk 4123.
Cleared to the San Diego Limbo, Boat Baylor 6 departure, Teru transition, then it's filed. Climb around the SID, squawk 4123, United 5 Aussie.
And 540 heavy readback is correct, and expect runway 25 for departure.
Roger, thanks.
Number 7 Hotel Papa, contact Denver Center.
It's not a cloud and sky really
Over
between
Denver
here
Center,
and Los
357
Angeles,
Hotel
so
Papa.
it should be a really nice visual flight for us.
Number 357 Hotel Papa, Denver Center radar contact, Eagle altimeter 3018.
It's the National Guard.
Approaching 29 left.
It's the run up and the other F-16s and stuff. Oh, I see. The run up is actually here. Not that we're doing any run up. You don't do run ups on turbojets or even turboprops. Do a feather test on a turboprop, but run ups are only for pistons. To check the mags. Pretty sure an Airbus doesn't have mags. Just saying. Alright. Checklist time. Auto brake.
112 Golf, ready for departure.
Max.
Cessna
Signs
5112 Golf,
on.
Centennial Tower, fly runway heading, runway 35 right.
Spoilers
Runway
aren't.
heading 35 right, clear for takeoff.
Flaps are
112
set.
Golf.
Takeoff config. Which is this button right here. Normal. PAX will do that on the runway. Do landing lights, strobes on, let the crew know we're going to depart. And we'll switch to tower. Departure is 19.6. And my sound volume is, I'll lower that to about 45. Fresno Tower, Allegiant 1399, holding short 29 right.
Allegiant 1399, Fresno Tower. Were you assigned a departure procedure? Nothing's on your flight plan.
Negative. He didn't assign me the Bulldog 3. Should I expect that?
Allegiant 1399, you should have been assigned that, but no, at this point that's fine. Allegiant 1399, Fresno Tower, fly runway heading. Runway 29 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, 29 right, clear for takeoff, Allegiant 1399. Alright. Just going to do PAX off. Clear
Approaching
right.
29
left,
right.
since I do have AI that land.
Phoenix clearance, American 9347, IFR Roswell.
We're going to do runway heading.
American 9347, Phoenix clearance, standby. November 5112 Golf, squawk 5167, 5167, contact Denver departure.
On runway 29 right.
5167, contact departure, 12 Golf.
Sky High 266, contact Albuquerque, center
Engines
124.32.
50%. Once they're even and stable,
124.32.
continue to move to takeoff power, which is flex 67 with a V1 and rotate at 145. Airspeed's alive.
Denver Center Skyline
89 call out.
Golf 7000, climbing 8.
V1 and rotate.
Contact, turn right heading 090, climb and maintain 900,000.
Right 090, climb maintain 900,000.
Positive rate. Gear coming up. You're going to hold 18 degrees until we get to 500 AGL, and then we're going to pull back into the climb D10. We're going to get a notification right here. LVR climb, so pull it back into climb. Now we're in thrust climb, approaching 200 knots, autopilot on, and we're going to maintain runway track heading, so we're going to keep going straight. Gear is up, PAX coming back on, spoilers unarmed.
American 9347, Phoenix clearance, clear the Roswell Airport, broke 1 departure, Maxo transition, direct the Corona VOR, Victor 83, Chisholm VOR, then direct. Climb via the SID.
Captain DeGroot.
1747.
I like that name. Groot from, what was that movie? Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Groot.
Broke 1 departure, Maxo, Corona VOR,
Anyway,
Victor 83,
what
Chisholm,
K, wait, what is that?
9347, read back correct.
K-FAT?
Legion 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, Legion 1399. 19.6 is Fresno departure. Fresno departure, Legion 1399, 6,700 for 10,000.
Legion 1399, Fresno departure, radar contact. November 12 Golf, turn right, heading 120.
What
Right,
FLL
120
scenery
for
do you
Iowa,
have?
Golf.
Vectors? If you're talking about the Fresno, which is FAT, it's just a freeware scenery off the org, which requires like 2 libraries. I've had it forever, so I don't have a link for it, but you can probably just search KFAT on the X-Plane org,
Legion
the
1399,
forums.
turn left, heading 130.
Left turn 130, Legion 1399.
Legion 1399, when able, proceed direct to frame and resume on navigation. Contact Oakland Center 125.75.
When able, clear direct to frame, resume on navigation, Oakland Center 125.75, Legion 1399. Oakland. Alright, so let me first do this. Direct to frame, insert 125.75.
Booking clearance, Mooney November 458 November Delta, requesting a VF
25.75. And then we'll speed this up to 250. Oakland Center, Legion 1399, 10,000.
Legion 1399, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb, maintain, flight level 230, Legion 1399.
Mooney 458 November Delta, Spokane,
Flaps
departure
out.
frequency 123.75, squawk 3143.
Move this up to about, climb about 300 knots, 230. Climbing, we're above 10,000. So we turn off our lights. Cut cabin pressure on that. Plan, push that out. Turn off the terrain radar. Alright. Ginnigans, what's up, my friend? Vectors are more fun than a departure. The mountains are a real threat then. Yeah. There's the Bulldog 3 departure, which is just, like, there's not much to it, and usually they assign that, mainly just as an obstacle departure. You have to have some sort of, obstacle departure for any type of IFR departure. So if there's not a SID, then you have to look for an ODP. If there's no ODP with a departure procedure, then you have to take off VFR. Or if you know the area, then at 400 feet AGL you can make a turn as long as you know the surroundings and request your IFR in the air. But without a departure procedure from an ODP or a SID, ATC cannot give you coverage from the airport, only in the air. So Fresno departure, Bulldog 3 is just runway heading. That's
generally, if you can just put your
usually
nose up
what
to
I
a
get
taxiway
assigned.
and give us a close intersection, that's ideal. We don't know your parking, simulator parking. I mean, everybody has different scenery, so I mean, it'd be impossible for us to know where your 8 is in relation to somebody else's GA parking 8 is. So just something to keep in mind.
So if you're climbing 29 right or left, it's 292 assigned by heading, or the altitude assigned by the ATC rather. Main ATC assigned altitude, expect clearance 5 minutes after. So all that, even though this is the Bulldog 3 departure, all it is runway heading.
Have a look at an airport diagram.
292 or 112, just straight out until 10,000 feet is what I was assigned.
November 12 Golf, clear direct, let's see.
But that's all that really is. Gizmo with with the snowman. Captain Root, what KFF scenery do you have? Fort Lauderdale. Oh, I don't have any, but there is one that was just released.
Legion 1399, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
Oakland Center 127.45, Legion 1399. 127.45. 127.45. Coming up to transition altitude, so Oakland Center, Legion 1399, 17,800 for flight level 230. Put that to standard.
Legion 1399, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb, maintain flight level 270, Legion 1399. Alright, now we're going all the way up, unrestricted, and we've got a pretty good cruise, so that's good. Pick this up to about 310, 56, yeah, that's fine. Fort Lauderdale, you know, I have that, I think I may have a link to Fort Lauderdale because one just released, I believe, on the store. Made by, who is this made by? Looking it up right now. I don't know who makes this, but it just came out. So here's a Fort Lauderdale sold, it's payware, on the org, and it just released. I saw it in the news. Version history, May 2nd, 2020. So this was the first release of this Fort Lauderdale. So is it any good? I have no idea. I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to download it or buy it tonight, but I might just wait for a sale. But I don't know. I'll have to see. It's kind of expensive right now. It's 24 bucks. But, you know, other than that, I don't have any custom Fort Lauderdale. I've just been using, I do have the Orbix Key West. So when I do fly out of Lauderdale, I'm usually going from there to Key West in my King Air. That's real. So it's like, why should I get to Lauderdale Airport? I don't even use it for airliners. Now, Vertical Sim is going to be coming out with a Tampa. He just released a Sarasota not too long ago, a payware Sarasota, and he's working on his Tampa. So I probably will get his Tampa. Alright, cruise, we'll do seatbelts to auto.
Tower runway 25, cleared for takeoff, wind 36010.
LA Center.
American 9347, finish ground push to Delta.
Yeah, I don't think I have the meter set up, Gizmo. So that would have to be like the I route, or the the exclamation point route. That's easy because I set that up. I don't know how to do the meter for LAX. I don't know how I could do that to where it would update, you know, every 10 minutes or something. I mean, sure, I could copy and paste the meter into LAX right now, but that wouldn't be a command. The only command I have right now is the route command. And I do update that obviously for every flight. There's quite a lot of prep I do for getting these flights set up. There's a traffic global dude flying right over us. AI. That's why PilotEdge doesn't see him. I wonder if there's a... Let's see... Update... Meter... report... Live? I don't know. Doing a generic search. Live for streaming? Service? Update, how about weather, meter, report, live streaming. I have no idea how to do this. I would assume you've done that on other streams and it works. So I have to, you should ask Gizmo on other streams that you guys watch, where do they get them, how do they do that? How do they get a current meter to show up if you do that? Because I do like that idea.
Legion 1399, contact LA Center 133.2.
LA Center 133.2, Legion 1399. See you next time. Alright, 133.2. Now we're to the busy Los Angeles.
For 2410 Tango, contact departure.
Put seatbelts into auto, which they are.
For 6 Echo Romeo, contact departure.
Los Angeles Center, Legion 1399, flight level 270.
Alright, couple there at once. November 436 Echo Romeo, SoCal departure. I'm unable to continue scoring you for the I-2 rating. Your clearance is
check
just radar
all of
vectors.
our ECAMs.
You'll expect radar vectors to join the airway. You shouldn't join the airway unless you're specifically instructed to do so.
So if any of you guys were around yesterday for my
do you want to continue for practice,
supersonic flight of the Concorde to England,
okay.
I had
Tango, Santa Barbara departure.
Totally botched up the takeoff,
5,000, clear direct Camarillo,
and the reason for it I had thought was because I thought I had forgot. I thought I tried to turn on.
Descend via the Ironman 2 arrival.
Descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, Legion 1399. I thought I had forgotten to turn on, or I thought I had turned on the autopilot lower than 180 feet, which would not have actually engaged the autopilot. But what actually happened after I reviewed the video, and my subscribers, if you haven't already, it's a pretty funny video because I literally killed all of us my fake passengers all perished. But I've only flown that plane like 3 times, so I'm still getting used to it. But what happened was I set the vertical speed for 4,000 feet per minute for initial climb, which is fine for afterburners. But then I changed my checklist to turn the afterburners off at the same time I lift up my gear. So I had set the vertical speed for 4,000, but I forgot to lower it to 2,000. So the autopilot was actually indeed working. It was holding the vertical speed at 4,000, but without the afterburners, and I was super heavy because I just took off, and I had 90,000 tons of fuel.
For 106
that the 4,000 feet per minute was actually too steep of a climb without afterburner. So I basically stalled out, but I wasn't paying attention to the speed because I thought everything was golden until it was too late, and then I stalled and I couldn't recover, and a couple $1 million Concorde with all their passengers went into the ocean. But it was entertaining, and that's how you learn, by making mistakes. So I just restarted the flight and set the vertical speed to 2,000 on the initial climb, and everything worked great after that. So it wasn't my initial thought, it was the vertical speed was too high for a full load of fuel and passengers without afterburners. That's what the problem was. I need to be back in a second. Los Angeles Center, Allegiant 1399. I'm going to step away for 2 minutes. I'll report back.
Allegiant 1399, roger. For 902, 905, Juliet, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff, on course, approved.
I'm going to run to the restroom before I top of descent. Be right back. Alright, I am back. Now, and Gizmo, if you're still there, sorry about yesterday too. You had told me that the AFK message was still on, but as usual, I do miss some comments with trying to multitask and such. So I just had forgot. So I guess the top of descent all the way down to the ground, I had that AFK sign on. Alright, so I need to do that. So this star takes us down to 6,000. Los Angeles Center, Allegiant 1399. I'm back with you. Also leaving 270.
Thank you.
So you always have to advise when you're leaving a last assign. From Muppet. Gonna update our winds. Perf. So the weather at Los Angeles is, I don't know, we need to get DATIS for that. Do you all stream showing cross-checked? Do you stream showing cross-check?
Going to maintain 4,000. The airport is...
Fiverr, what's up, bud?
We'll
Nice to see you again, my friend.
Let me know when you get it.
And I don't... What do you mean cross-checked, Gizmo?
Down to 4,000.
LAX.
952 Foxtrot, Camarillo Tower, make left, close traffic, report midfield downwind, east
ATIS
pass, runway 26,
send.
cleared for takeoff.
So ATIS is Lima. Altimeter is 3001. They're landing on the 25s, ILS in use, 25 left. So I'm going to plan for ILS 25 left. Winds 250 at 10, temperature 23. Alright, so I need to update that over here. So it was 3001. Temperature 23. Winds 250 at 10.
Cap 441, roger.
Second flight plan, copy active. We're gonna do ILS 25 left. We're gonna add the based 1. Second flight plan from based. Clear MDOT. Clear that. Clear that. And then manual, so that's correct. Second.
Sierra Tango taxi departing
Perf.
via Alpha.
Decision altitude is no, because it's a Cat 3. Go around is the same, so we're good there, all the way down to based. Altimeter is 3001. And Gizmo says all videos of the streams to checking for missed content and issues. Viewing not showing, that was my fail.
We'll call him 11:30 o'clock, 5 miles.
Are you talking about my prior stream videos? Are they not showing? All videos of streams to checking for missed content and issues. Not sure I understand. Looks like we got a TCAS 5 miles to our left, 1,200 feet above us.
We're 952 Foxtrot, roger, runway 26, clear to land. Allegiant 1399, contact SoCal approach 124.9.
SoCal 124.9er, Allegiant 1399.
Allegiant 1399, sorry, 124.5.
124.5, Allegiant 1399.
Cap 441, that traffic, no factor.
Cap 441, roger.
Contact Oxnard Tower 134.95.
Over tower 3495, 441.
SoCal approach, Allegiant 1399, descend via the Ironman 2, leaving 12900. Current with Lima, request the ILS 25 left approach.
Allegiant 1399, SoCal approach, roger, expect that.
And I can expect that, Allegiant 1399.
Oxnard Tower, Cap 441, Titan bound, visual 25.
Cap 441 Oxnard Tower, runway 25, clear to land.
Cat 441 with 3 down and welded, cleared to land 25.
You doing a Cat 3?
Tango, contact approach 124.7.
Yes. Yeah, I wanted to show how to do a Cat 3. So we're going to do a Cat 3, even though the weather is such that it's, you know, good enough for visual, but I wanted to show how to do an ILS.
119.6, 6 Echo Romeo.
So you are correct.
Approach 2410 Tango 5000.
Because the other day I showed how to do an R&P approach. Today I want to do the
approach, camera, altimeter,
want to do the ILS.
3000 2410 Tango. Approach 436 Echo Romeo, level 5000.
November 436 Echo Romeo, SoCal approach.
I mean that you view all your stream videos for missed content.
2999er, and we'd like to do the
I see what you're saying. Do I review? Yeah, one of the things I really like about streaming is that I do have a recording. So, you know, not just my subscribers like watching videos that they weren't able to see the actual live stream and then go back and watch it. Like yesterday, you really want to see the first takeoff where I killed everybody, because it was you know, entertaining. I didn't kill anybody for real, and I learned something from that. So I usually will skip through my streams if I want to see something. Like I'll go right to the end or the beginning or something. So yesterday's stream, I wanted to see what I'd done wrong on that takeoff, because I thought it was one thing and I was completely wrong. It wasn't that. So I don't watch all the recordings of my prior streams, but I do watch them. You have RNAV Zulu 25 left planned, it looks like. Yes, Fiber. I currently do, but on my second flight plan, they usually have me do the based one over the airport for the ILS 25. So you can go to the perf data on the approach on the second flight plan, and you'll see I have ILS 25 left dialed in. So I will switch that when I get a little closer. Right now I have the R&P approach dialed in. But usually they tell me to do the based one, which they're not going to.
Thank you, sir. 525
So we'll just be vectored probably. So after Dodger, we're just going to maintain a heading of 071.
Vegas clearance Manor 108.
And we'll maintain 6,000 on a heading of 071. And then
3108 Las Vegas clearance clear to the Palomar Airport. Boach 8 departure, level transition, and then at 5 climb via
gotcha.
SID,
Yeah.
Squawk 4560.
Yep. And Swiss cheese. Hello, just in time for the landing? Question mark. Yep. Good timing, bud. Just in time for the landing. I do an ILS. He's going to vector me. Alright, so do flaps 1. We're under 230 knots.
Tower 441 is clear of the octave on Bravo. Like to taxi. We're just using the new wireless headset. How do we sound?
Cabin pressure still coming down.
Cap 441, taxi to parking via
there. Landing weight is 60,000. Anything less than 66 is good.
The one that goes left to right in front of you. Alpha
do
is the
25 left, so
yeah, it looks like my scenery is
Los Angeles,
incorrect. On 4 flight it shows Foxtrot, on the scenery shows Alpha.
9
Sorry
miles
about that.
away.
No problem. And was it 952 Foxtrot asking about the new headset?
Yes, sir. How does it sound?
Sounds perfect.
So I'm going to switch to the second flight plan as soon as I turn on Dodger here. That way we'll get the ILS frequency and all that set up. Which is That's R&P. Where's my ILS at? 109.9. Okay. So missed approach would be climb to 2000 on a heading straight out. Then left turn on heading 236 on 195 radial from Santa Monica radial. So if we go missed, it will be heading at 251. So we just need to reset the MCP for 2000 for missed. That's on ILS 25 left, which is a Cat 3. Alright, we're coming up to Dodger. When I get to 6,000 feet, I'll go to heading mode. It's yelling at me because the speed breaks out. Okay. And update perf. Winds 250 at 10:23, 30:01, 28:50. Second flight plan, we're going to activate that here in just a moment. And we'll do a direct to
Legion 1399, contact SoCal approach 124.9.
SoCal approach 124.9er, Allegiant 1399. 24.9er. Activate.
100 above.
SoCal approach, Allegiant 1399, 6,000.
Legion 1399, SoCal approach, landing 080, descend and maintain 4,000.
080, descend and maintain 4,000, Allegiant 1399.
For 17409, cross WIG at and maintain 10,000, Las Vegas, altimeter 3007.
So we're going to do down to 4,000. We're going to lower the speed to 188 for now. When we get to 200, we'll be able to descend faster. So now we are on the, as you'll see, the ILS 25 left because I switched the flight plans. We are at 200, so we'll go to flaps 2,
over at parking,
which will give us one notch of flaps as well as slats.
For 6420 Papa,
take the brake out, arm the spoilers. And then
via Alpha, we're working on Cat 3 as well, 6420 Papa. Roger.
We want Honda. So Honda is one of the waypoints.
26 right, taxi via Charlie Bravo and verify squawking.
Radio navigate 109.9 for the ILS. Approach ILS 25 left. 109.9, so that's correct, 251. You can see that on RadNav as long as the runway is in there. So the
Legion 1399, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, Legion 1399. Alright, so Honda is 3600, so we need to do a direct 2. So that way the missed approach fix will cycle correctly, because right now nothing is connected. So we need to do an extended center line. So Honda, direct, up arrow till you see it. So there's Honda, radial in, direct 2 insert, but we have to maintain this heading. So 080, direct 2 insert, come back up here, down arrow to put it back into heading mode, and now we have an extended center line of that ILS. When he vectors us in, it will turn solid, and the missed approach.
1399, turn right, heading 160.
Right turn, heading 160, Legion 1399. So that's how that's going to work. We'll slow down, we'll do the Landing gear down. Turn on the ILS, which is this button. Flaps 3. And you'll see the ILS information here. LAX, that's how you identify it. 109.9. See the identifier.
1399, you're 4 miles from Honda, turn right heading 220, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 25 left approach.
220, maintain 3000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS 25 left approach, Allegiant 1399. Alright, so I turned on the LS, which is the ILS. I activated the LOC, so it grabbed the localizer. Glide slope is presently above, so we're going to come in under the glide slope, which is perfect. You'll see that this will cycle. It will turn a solid line once we get lined up. As long as he vectors us prior to Honda. Look at all these VFR hits out here.
Papa San Luis Tower, make left close traffic, report midfield, downwind, each pass, runway 29er, cleared for takeoff.
Left close, traffic report, midfield downwind, clear for takeoff, runway 29, 6420 Papa.
See, now it went solid. So now the missed approach fix will cycle properly. We're going to activate approach phase because the glide slope is alive. So the approach is here. We're going to do auto brake on low.
Number 700 Charlie Whiskey LA clearance, clear to the John Wayne Airport, Seal Beach 8 departure to Seal Beach.
And we'll turn on the landing lights.
Columbia Sid, XM maintain 4000.
Seatbelts.
Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 1534.
Put the first officer on ILS, which is this dot here.
On departure, fly Seal Beach 8 departure.
We're going to, we're at a single. Cat 3, but we're single right now. You need to be double for AUTOLAND. So I'll do that in a moment. We're capturing the glide slope. Once we capture the glide slope, we set the NCP for missed approach. So in this case, it'd be 2000.
0 Charlie Whiskey, read back correct.
0 Charlie Whiskey.
Thank you, Sarah, Mainer 108, 6 right, ready.
Mainer 10, Las Vegas Tower, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
So if you want to do an AUTOLAND, which is what we're going to do, you turn on, for just any Cat 1 or Cat 2 ILS, all you need is LS on, approach, autopilot 1, obviously. So just LOC for localizer only, approach for both. And now for AUTOLAND, you need both autopilot 1, autopilot 2. So as soon as I connect autopilot 2, this will turn to double. Dual, Cat 3 dual, that's what's required for AUTOLAND. So in AUTOLAND, we'll go through approach.
Allegiant 1399, contact Las Vegas Tower 120.905.
LA Tower 120.905, Allegiant 1399. LA Tower, Allegiant 1399, established on localizer, 25 left.
Allegiant 1399, Las Vegas Tower, runway 25 left, clear to land, wind 240 at 11.
25 left, clear to land, Allegiant 1399. He keeps saying Vegas, but that's okay. We all have those days. He knows what I'm talking about.
November 6, Romeo, turn right heading 150,
Vegas.
going to maintain 4000.
It's close enough.
Right to 150 down to 4000, 6
160. Flaps full.
November 642 Sir, pop midfield.
Spoilers are armed. All green. Well, it will be once that flaps goes full.
Runway 29er, clear for the option.
Landing.
Clear for the option.
Landing gear signs. Spoilers, flaps. We're set. Good to land. It's going to be an AUTOLAND.
Ground.
I'm going to turn off traffic global for a moment. And we're just going to monitor the landing phases right here in this spot.
Ground door.
Cat 3 landing.
Victor, 29 right via Alpha Juliet.
Number 436 Echo Romeo, 4 miles from ESCON, turn right heading 215 and maintain 4,000
Approaching
until established on the
25
localizer,
left.
include ILS runway 24 approach.
Heading 215, maintain 4,000 until established, cleared ILS 24 approach.
If I was going to go around, it would be full throttle, flaps 3, gear out. There's no minimums, there's no DH, no decision height for a Cat 3. And any moment now, I'll come into a land.
For 228 Quebec, LA Center, it's on request.
There we go, there's land.
Maynard 108
So
departure.
next will be
300.
flare, I think, and then roll out.
7409 attack Las Vegas approach 118.4.
200.
So I don't have to touch anything. It's going to land itself.
118.4.
100.
Only thing I do is reduce the throttle when it tells me to.
50.
Departure, Maynard 108.
Flare.
20. 10.
Retard.
Vegas departure, radar contact, climb via SID.
Via SID, Maynard 108.
Reversers on. The autopilot is still on. It's on rollout. It's going to maintain the center line. We're going to slow down to 80 knots. At 80 knots, I'll take the reversers out and I will disengage the autopilot. 80 knots. Autopilot off.
Las Vegas approach information. Whiskey is current. Las Vegas. Altimeter 3001. Expect visual approach runway 1 left.
We'll cycle the flaps. That will release the auto brakes.
The visual approach shown 1 left, 17409.
Circle departure, good morning, November 62 Delta Mike at Santa Catalina, looking by a part of Kilo Sierra Delta Mike, Tower en route.
Number 228 Quebec, clear to the Las Vegas McCarran Airport via Peach Springs via 1. Victor 562.
You always stop after the stop bar, not before.
Maintain 10,000.
Right at the end of the black top here.
124.85. Squawk 7446. Hold for release.
We'll do APU coming online.
Peach Springs. Papa Golf Sierra.
And we'll turn the traffic global back on. LA Tower, Legion 1399, looking for Terminal 9.
Legion 1399, taxi parking via hotel at Juliet, cross runway 25 right, contact ground.
Hotel at Juliet, cross 25 right, on the other side, contact ground, Legion 1399.
For 228 Quebec, read that correct, advise number 1 for departure.
Leave our landing lights on because we have to cross a
Tower 118.6.
runway.
118.66.
Ground is 0.75.
Runway clearance contact with Tango Kilo Charlie, Bravo Echo 58, request IFR to Burbank 4000 with information Zulu.
South Echo Tango Kilo Charlie on request. Who is the aircraft at Santa Catalina calling for the clearance?
November 62 Delta Mike.
And now a sweet butter landing on your Nemesis plane. Yeah, I know, right? I've actually gotten a lot better at it, but the that landing had nothing to do with me. I didn't like it was an AUTOLAND, so the airplane landed better than I do half the time.
Did you say aircraft type and equipment stuff?
We are at Delta Alpha 62, equipment Golf.
So we'll hold up here at this taxiway.
Towers, November 642, your pop on the go.
For 20 Papa, roger. You don't need to report the go, just the midfield down.
Roger, over midfield, 642, your pop.
For 62 Delta Mike, SoCal departure, clear to the Brown Airport via the Coastal Papa 56 tech route. Maintain 5,000.
And now we just sit back and relax, right? Yeah. Yeah, the AUTOLAND. We just sit back and let the plane do it.
Squawk 3615.
I do the AUTOLAND when the RVR is really low, yeah, like 600-700 RVR, then I'll do AUTOLAND. It's fun to do the AUTOLAND every now and then.
For 62 Delta Mike, reback correct, advise number 1 for departure.
And like butter, yeah.
Delta Echo Tango Kilo Charlie, John Wayne clearance, clear to Burbank Airport. On departure, fly heading 210, radar vector Seal Beach VOR, and then as filed. Maintain 2,000, expect 4,000 in 10 minutes. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3505.
These guys are having a standoff. One of them should disappear. Yeah, one of them did.
Heading 210, vector Seal Beach, then as filed. Maintain
The AI doesn't work that well when you first get to an airport. It works best when you're at the departing airport.
Correct. For 436 Echo Romeo Palomar Tower, if I didn't say already, runway 24, clear to land.
Yeah, we were just about to give you a call, 436 Echo Romeo, we're on the ILS 24, we're clear to land 24.
LA ground, Allegiant 1399 off the runway at Juliet, looking for terminal 9.
Leading 52 Oceano, climbing 6500.
There's 4 or 5 at once there. Allegiant 1399 taxi to parking via Charlie.
Parking via Charlie at Allegiant 1399.
Someone called LA Center for the clearance. What was the call sign?
Santa Barbara clearance, number 43988. Clearance to Lima 52 Oceano, climbing 6500.
Alright guys, when it's pretty busy, I need you to listen up for
jump
what
ahead.
I'm asking for. I asked for who was calling LA Center for an IFR clearance. So that's the only thing that should have gotten a response from anybody. November 36 Yankee Zulu, LA Center. Cleared to the Santa Barbara Airport as filed. Maintain 8,000. Departure frequency 128.6. Squawk 6447, hold for release. November 3,
It'll come back up.
988 Santa Barbara clearance.
There it goes.
On departure, fly runway heading,
Definitely
maintain
need some
VFR out or
improvements,
below
but
1,500 until advised.
works good enough.
Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 5502.
Clear to Oceano, flight runway heading after departure.
So I don't know if this is where Allegiant parks, but we're gonna park here.
0.55.
Let's see if there's any Allegiant. Actually, I can check
For 988, read back correct.
the flight schedule.
And I know someone else is waiting on something. Who is it?
Kick out this. Kick out this American
Radar 108, contact LA
airliner.
Center 134.65.
13465, runway runway.
For 2 Sierra Papa, runway 29 cleared for the option.
Clear pre-option, 642 Sierra Papa.
For 228 Quebec, released for departure, clearance void if not off in 10 minutes.
He'll disappear when I get close enough. Maybe.
November
There he goes.
409er, fly heading 360, descend and maintain 5,500, vectors visual approach, runway 1 left. Let me know when you get the airport in sight.
And what was the altitude, 17409?
5,500.
5,500, heading 360, we'll let you know when the airport's in sight, 17409.
Too far.
Maynard 108 LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 220.
There is only one way to fix that.
For 62 Delta Mike, start at departure, released for departure.
Unrealistic, we'll put it in the reversers and I'll back up a little bit.
This frequency not later than 10 minutes, change to advisory frequency approved.
Okay, we have 3 minutes to departure, no later than 10 minutes in case of without radio, and change to departure for November 6 Mike.
Santa Barbara ground number 43988, regular taxi with Romeo.
For 43988 Santa Barbara Tower, where you park?
So I don't see any Allegiant
GA ramp south.
on this.
43988, roger, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha Golf.
APU is
Via Bravo
on.
Alpha Golf to runway
Shut
25
down
for
the
number
engines.
43988.
Los Angeles ground, Mooney 700, Charlie Whiskey, signature flight support, south ramp, taxi for departure with Zulu.
Maybe Allegiant doesn't fly to Los
Charlie Whiskey, LA
Angeles.
Center, correction, LA ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
It's like everything else flies here.
Alpha Foxtrot, 0 Charlie Whiskey.
Going ground, Alpha 10 Kilo Charlie, West GA, ramp rated for taxi.
Delta Echo Tango Kilo Charlie, John Wayne ground, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right, taxi via
And that's
Bravo,
how a
right,
regional
taxi
jet
Kilo
is
Charlie.
made, right?
Call ground, Skyhawk 436 Echo Romeo, off 24 and Alpha 4, ready for taxi back to the ramp.
Four 436 Echo Romeo taxi to parking via Alpha.
Parking via Alpha 436 Echo Romeo.
Your 73 Yankee Zulu. SoCal departure, I'm sorry, LA Center, clear to the John Wayne Airport. As filed, except after Oceanside. Change it to read Oceanside, Victor 23, Seal Beach, VOR, and then direct. Maintain 8,000.
Okay.
Departure frequency 128.6, squawk 6450. Hold for release.
Shut down the APU. Come up here. Turn off the fuel pumps. Crew supply, oxygen. Turn off the nav.
For 73 Yankee Zulu, read that correct.
Yeah, we'll shut down the weather injector. End the flight on Project Phi. And then we'll sign offline. Got to disconnect before you do replays. It's like the southwest side over here. Have a weird taxi route it's going. I guess that makes sense. That guy's waiting to taxi back in, I guess. All right, shut the door. Turn off the batteries. And then we'll do a replay. See how an AUTOLAND works. See how well the flare is. Freaking AUTOLAND is better than my landing. Winter the Dolphin. That's why I started flying Allegiant a little bit more, because I really like this paint job. Some of y'all know I'm from Florida and there's Dolphins. So I'll probably be doing a little bit more Allegiant flying than United. I'll go back and forth, but it's still a pretty cool paint job. Let's see what it looks like from passenger. One thing I didn't think to do yesterday with the Concorde when I was at my top of climb, it was only 2 hours to cross the entire Atlantic. I mean, that was crazy. But I didn't even think about time acceleration. If there's no ATC on, I probably could have like done 2 times time acceleration, and probably would have made that oceanic cruise in like an hour instead of 2 hours. So I think I'll do that next time if there's no ATC. If there's ATC, then I'll just stick with the normal time and do the position reporting. Alright, well that'll do it. Sure, I think I turned my sounds back up. Yeah, I did. My BSS sounds, Charlie like with this airplane. I'm trying to figure out if I should host a channel. What's it called? That's oh well, I don't even know how to host a channel. Or what, is it called hosting when you turn it over to like another streamer? Is it a host or is it a raid? Maybe it's a raid. I have so many notes on the streaming stuff, I can't find it. Let's try Twitch. Is it host? /host, okay. Oh well, I don't know how to do that. Host raid, do raid to... Oh, I see what you're saying, okay. Is that a real name? Is that a real person that's streaming right now? He is streaming? Okay. You can manage this on your streaming dashboard. Oh well, there's no point now. There's only 4 viewers left. When there was 7 or something, I would have done it. I'm still trying to, cause I know that helps other streamers. Like people are just starting out. I mean, I am too. I'm just starting out, but still want to figure out how to do that. So, all right. So let me copy that name. Some people host one. All right, let me see if this works. /host, and then that one that Gizmo said. So if this does work, I'll catch you guys next time. Is this your first attempt at hosting? It's my second. The first time was months ago. I don't remember how to do it. I do remember doing it once before. So we'll see how this works. I wouldn't host someone with 1,000 viewers with one person, but a small channel will take whatever they can get. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Does that guy have a lot of viewers? Let me see if, I just want to try it with, looks like I got like 6 people watching, so that's good. Let me see if I can find, so I can click on the Twitch main page and then, let's see who's streaming. Click on Flight Simulator. There's X-Plane. Here's a guy with, it says English. He has 4 views. So let's see what this guy looks like. Alright, let me try this guy. /host, and I'll put his name. I don't know anything about this guy, so hopefully he's entertaining. He only has like 5 people watching. So I'll catch you guys next stream. Appreciate you hanging out with me as always, and I will catch you next time. You think Raid's better? Because you bring the viewers in the other channel? I thought that's what it... Alright. So I'll click /raid. RAID. Alright guys, let's see if this works. Take it easy, Swiss cheese. Gizmo, thanks guys. Looks like it's going in 2 seconds. Cool. See ya. I don't think it is online, the one I was reading. So, are you guys still looking at my stream? Because maybe I need to do a different one. I figured if I just went into the search bar, it would have given me someone that was live. Let's try this again. Okay, I see live channels, see more live channels. So maybe I rated a channel that wasn't even online. Here's one with, that's 59. Here's 18 viewers. There's 25 viewers. Is the channel online that you were rated? Yeah, I don't think it was. Alright, this guy looks like he's online. Yeah, I think this guy. Oh wait, this is the heck is this guy? He's not even doing. I don't know. I'll figure it out another time. I can't figure out how to find people that are streaming anything close to what I was trying to stream. So I'll figure it out next time. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Chase out.
And free down. 5 Granny, they don't want to hit me with that. Okay. 53797 SoCal, roger. Singapore 7974 Heavy, sliding 220, maintain 2,500, clear localizer. Clear the ILS 25 left. That's 53797 SoCal, 5367, Singapore 7974 Heavy, sliding 220, maintain 2,500, clear localizer. Clear the ILS 25 left.
SoCal departure 8500, X-ray with you out at 1,300 for 5,000 via the Panda 2.
Got 5367, departure radar contact, turn left direct PV.
Alright, left turn direct TV, 850 X-ray.
Delta 709, 2 for 5.
Delta 709, I got a departure radar contact, climb maintain 12,000.
Go maintain 12,000, Delta 709.
Delta 1444, turn left tower, 1209, except maintain 15,000.
Left direct Clipper, climb via the SID, except maintain 15,000, South 1444.
.737, SoCal, cleared ILS 24 right. In 1925, traffic is behind you, no factor. Cross crane at or above 10,000, cleared ILS 25 left.